All right, welcome to the latest episode of the Elite Talk Show. I'm your host out of Syracuse, New York, Sarah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Orlando from Fort Lauderdale.
And joining us for his podcast debut,
the JFB, James from Boston.
That's right.
Who's currently living in
Boston. We got another East Coaster.
That's right. Although you're not currently in Boston right now, you're somewhere else, aren't you?
I am actually in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're not
near
far from Daniel.
Impact.
What's that?
You're not far from Daniel, then.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm pretty close, about 3 hours away.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, and Impact is taping around there too. So
It is. Actually, at one time, I used to do editing for TNA.
oh,
Nice.
I know the Harris brothers, and I knew Dean Whitehead, who used to be the CFO of TNA.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So I'm sure you got some stories for us down the road.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
plenty.
Ooh, you know what we should do since we have him? Since Jeff Jarrett's doing his podcast, maybe we could just ask if that's true, if he knows some more details.
Yeah.
If it's about Dixie, he won't say crap.
Oh, of course not. I think he probably has some sort of deal, but
Yeah.
All right, so we'll hop in today's topics. One of the big stories in the past week has been Warner Media getting the deal with the NHL that air a bunch of their hockey games. I originally thought it was one of the other networks was going to get it, which is why NXT allegedly moved
Yeah.
to Tuesday nights. So Tony Khan was asked about AEW moving to Wednesday nights. Came out pretty much and said, we have a deal for Wednesday nights, but if they make the deal worth it, we'd move nights.
crossing my fingers for their deal with HBO Max. That has to be the next thing. Come on now, that's right there, good money right there.
Yeah. I am a huge hockey fanatic. So while I love having hockey on basic cable, and getting it out of NBC and bringing it to TNT, I don't want them to move on Wednesday. So maybe the NHL can take their Wednesday night games and move them and keep AEW on TNT. But they also have TBS too, so
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why is it has to be on Wednesdays, hockey? Because sports can be done on weekends or another day, right?
yeah, I mean, well, NBC used to do Wednesdays, and it was the rivalry game. So, like Boston, Montreal, Rangers versus Islanders, like your big, huge rivalry games. They always called it Wednesday rivalries. So the NHL based their schedule off of NBC, and they still do games during the day. And we can't forget too that ESPN has hockey as well. So, it may bounce back and forth.
If I'm not mistaken, usually your Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays are usually your travel days to go to city to city.
Yeah.
Huh. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so by the looks of it, I'm pretty sure we'll see at least the majority of Dynamites on Wednesdays, unless I'm sure there'll be one or two special occasions. Maybe they do after hockey. But we'll see.
Well, the thing is just that we don't even know when everything is going to open up.
True.
So, and we don't even know their fall. Is it fall that they do hockey, or is it winter?
Yeah, October through April is usually
It pretty much follows the same as the NBA schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. So probably there's agreements with the leagues to when they can air where, and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we shall see.
I know Gary Bettman has said that they will start their new season in 2021 in October as normal. So they're getting back to that normal season.
Okay. We shall see what happens then.
Who is your Who is your team, James?
Oh, the Bruins. The Boston Bruins, baby.
I'm one of those. I can watch hockey from there, but I find it hard to watch on TV.
Well, I like it when they used to highlight the puck on TV,
Yes.
so you could see where the puck is going.
You got the blue streak going across. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually got
That's
here in Syracuse. We have Tampa Bay's farm team, the Syracuse Crunch.
Yeah.
So we've seen some of their stars make their way through.
Yeah. I've gone to a couple Predators games, but if Boston's in town, I'm going to go. They are black and gold. I would bleed it for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Unfortunately, down here we have the Florida Panthers. So
yeah,
I'm just waiting for Miami to buy them, and I don't know if they'll build because they normally do it here in Fort Lauderdale, an hour away from Miami. So
yeah.
So they should just call them the Miami Panthers. Or the Fort Lauderdale, I don't know, Fort Lauderdale Panthers. That would make more sense. They play most of their games here. So, anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a little bit of a sort of a big injury report this week. Someone who's not injured, but we had a former Lucha Underground champion make his comeback. He teased it for a while. He made his comeback on Dark this week. Martin Cassis, formerly known as Marty the Moth Martinez. He debuted this week against Lance Archer. And what makes it special is he's been out of action for 2 years after spinal injury. So we're definitely glad to see he came back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He was creepy.
Yeah.
He's still a little bit creepy, but yeah, I have to see his matchup. It was at AEW Dark, right?
Yeah, it was on Dark.
Okay, so and he used to be on Tough Enough, the 2015 version, I think it was, or 2012. Yep. 2012, I think it was. No, it was 2012 because it was with Stone Cold. So yeah, a lot of those people, they're still active as wrestlers from the Tough Enough, season. So happy to see he's back. So
yes, wish him the best. And then 2 not so recent injuries, but ones that are just kind of being made public. Brandon Cutler actually broke his orbital bone, I believe, a couple weeks ago. So that's why you've been seeing him wearing kind of that plastic mask.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see the NBA players wear.
Oh.
So he's not wrestling, but he's still making on-camera appearances.
Yeah.
And then of course Darius Martin from Top Flight actually just had surgery to repair an ACL injury.
Ooh, that's a good 3 to 6 months right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they're getting some good momentum, Top Flights, and now his brother is doing 8 dark matches. I think I'm hearing that he's winning some of them or most of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I know he won his last one. I forget who he was up against, but I know he won on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So that would do for our injury report. Big match announced for Dynamite in 2 weeks. The Forbidden Door is being kicked open once again. Moxley versus Nagata for the IWGP United States Championship.
I'm just wondering how long he's going to hold that title. So I'm just would this be, if he loses here, would this be the first time that that title has changed hands in U.S. soil?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with New Japan and that stuff, but I would imagine it's got to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's changed hands anywhere but Japan at this point. I usually watch New Japan, so I don't recall it being. I recall it being defended on U.S. soil, but never changed hands.
Gotcha. So you know what? That would be interesting. For storyline purpose, if Moxley loses thanks to Kenny Omega, that will build up more hatred towards each other. So
yeah.
And I believe I saw this is actually Nagata's first time wrestling in the U.S. since WCW.
Yep.
Oh,
I didn't realize it's been around that long.
They were high on him in WCW, Nagata.
Oh, cool.
I just got to feel I don't think it's going to change hands. I think maybe Omega may come down and interferes and gets a disqualification, but I don't see it changing hands in 2 weeks.
Hey! You can't say that now because Hangman just lost the match, and everybody was saying he was going to be undefeated. So,
True.
Yeah.
So you never know.
So AD Drake did an interview and gave an update on his AEW status. He's been kind of in that faction / group with Ryan Nemeth, Peter Avalon, and Cesar Bononi. He was on that podcast, said, he enjoys working there. Tony works there. Wouldn't say if he's signed, but he is fighting for a world heavyweight title this week on one of the indies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now the name escapes me. I didn't write it down, but the name escapes me who he's fighting for or what promotion it's for.
Okay. I think it's just nice to hear like some wrestlers that maybe don't want to be exclusively signed with AEW, or maybe they want to see like what kind of deal they can get where they can sign with AEW but then go to different places as well. So
Right, kind of like how Alex Grass was saying she's not interested in signing with anybody exclusively yet, waiting to kind of see what's out there and what she's being offered.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, please watch her interview on our YouTube channel, as well as you probably could hear on Spotify and such.
Yep.
It'll be on the audio podcast probably tomorrow.
Okay, that's good. I'm a little jelly that you guys were able to interview her, but I was so happy for you guys.
Former AEW star has announced her retirement. Sadi Gibbs is calling it quits from professional wrestling.
Yeah.
She's going to pursue other avenues, including teaching, coaching, amongst other things. She announced it on her Instagram this week. We wish her all the best.
How old is she?
Late 20s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, we wish her the best, yeah.
Let's check the Google.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen many of.
She's 29.
Okay. Yeah, I probably have to go back and see some of her matches. I don't know if they have.
She did a few in AEW. I imagine probably this is where she was making the money, was here in the U.S. and can't really get over here that easily anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
I know I was listening to an interview from over the summer where she was on the Chris Van Vliet show. And I guess she's really into CrossFit and she was considering she's being pushed towards doing some competitions. So maybe she could do some CrossFit competitions for a while.
Okay.
It's got to be easier on the body.
Less bumps, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the ratings for Dynamite came out. They had quite a big dip. They did 866,000, which is what their normal was when they had competition. However, they had competition this week from President Joe Biden with his speech.
Damn president. No.
Damn coherent president.
I still voted for him, but I can't.
Are you guys worried, seeing the ratings dip? Do you think it's going to be a trend? Will it bounce back next week?
Nah, I think it goes back up.
Yeah.
Blood and Guts is going to draw. That.
Oh, no, yeah. Especially after that segment.
Oh, yeah.
Promoting it. Oh, come on now. Everybody's been talking how about that's like the best segment this year, which I agree.
Yeah.
So I think people are going to be tuning in for at least that match. So
and thank God Sean Spears went back to his darker hair. Just looked a little goofy with the blonde hair, I think.
Am I the only one who was surprised he's that tall?
Who, John Spear? No. He's tall.
Yeah, I thought he was shorter for some reason.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
he's at least like what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 6 feet, 6'1", I think.
Yeah.
It's because that other company never really put him on TV.
Right.
So speaking of Blood and Guts, which is May 5th, they added a couple of new matches. So we got Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. They'll be taking on, I forgot who now in the tag team match.
It's Omega and
Omega and Nakazawa. Yes.
Yeah.
I knew it was somebody from that group all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You got that, and then you have Cody and QT Marshall,
Yep.
which should be a good rivalry match. And they did announce that Britt Baker will be in action, but did not say against who.
Yeah.
Well, it won't
it's going to
Cheetah.
just be a squash.
Yeah.
Say what?
It won't be Cheetah, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, no.
No,
There's
they
going to
did
be
not double or
nothing.
nothing.
They're smart, which Tony Khan is. They will build that Cheetah Britt Baker match for a couple months and get it on a big pay-per-view and just tear the house down. I would love to see that match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect they're going to do it on Double or Nothing because they're the only two females that are on the Double or Nothing poster.
Yeah.
And let's talk. We love talking food in this group. So Blood and Guts is on Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh.
JFB, I know you're a good cook. What are you making for Cinco de Mayo?
For Cinco de Mayo, I don't know. I'm gonna go with probably al pastor tacos. Do some street tacos al pastor style.
Nice. I think I'm probably gonna make some enchiladas.
No, for this type of match, you need to go like with a steak with some A1 sauce. Just like because like it's gonna be fire, and you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh.
So in other words, Orlando's getting Taco Bell.
I think what I might do now that I think about it, I might do a blood sausage because we got blood and guts both in the same thing.
Blood and Guts, blood sausage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go to the local butcher, get it done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I also heard that they had the Fatal 4-Way match as well added for the tag team titles. So I think there's like one more match as well. So I'm anxious to see that match because I'm thinking it's going to be at SCU. I forgot who are the other three teams that are on there.
Well, it'll be Young Bucks.
No. It's going to be a number one contenders match, I think I heard. Yeah, so I forget who it was, but I'm anxious to see because the SCU faced confronted the Young Bucks last night on Dynamite, so
that was such a good promo.
Yeah. Which that's gonna make me cry when they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose because screw the Bucks.
You never know.
Will have to win. Watch. It's probably in their contract that they probably have to win.
Yeah.
You never know. Like you told me, Adam Page just lost when everybody thought he was going to win.
That's true.
Oh, I would be so happy.
Any given Sunday.
You know what? And it would be a nice little gift to them because for them, they're both of them are very much veterans in this industry, because Christopher Daniels has been wrestling all over the world. He's well known in TNA with, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. So at least he needs a good, I don't know if send off is the right word, but at least a good, thank you for what you have done. Because because the Bucks look up to him, as a father figure and stuff. So I'm hoping for, them to win. That would be very good, very emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I would be happy to see SCU take the belts and kind of do it as a victory lap, keep it for a couple months, and have another team chase them. I've been a fan of Daniel since he was Curry Man.
I remember that. Oh my God, he was so good at Curry Man.
He's always been a big, huge influence, and I love watching Christopher Daniels and all his iterations, and he just keeps reinventing himself. Every place he goes, he just reinvents himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they win it maybe at Double or Nothing, and they maybe keep it to the next pay-per-view, which should be Full Gear in the early fall.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, they were the first tag teams, and it was Kazarian and Scorpio, which is unfair for Christopher Daniels that he wasn't able to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be nice for him to at least get a title win. So I'm just, but it's the Bucks, so sorry.
EVPs must win.
So staying with that group a little bit, we have Kenny Omega has been booked and scheduled to wrestle at Impact's next pay-per-view Under Siege, May 15th, I believe that day is. No opponent announced yet. Maybe we'll get that tonight on Thursday's
Impact, yeah. Yeah, or maybe next week. I don't know yet. But did they say it was just a Impact Plus, or is that like a regular pay-per-view?
That I did not see.
Yeah, we probably have to check that out. But
any predictions who we might face?
I would like it to be Swan again because, I think they have unfinished business. Because I don't like from the roster that they have. I don't see anybody except Swan and maybe Moose. But I'm thinking they're saving Moose for a later date.
Yeah.
Or they're going to at least put another face up against him. So if it's not Rich Swan, who's the next big top baby face?
Yeah. I mean, my thing with Swan is, he was gassed towards the end of that match. He was completely gassed, just which goes to show you exactly how good Omega really is, that he bell to bell, he was on top of it.
6-star bout machine.
Yeah, I'd love to see, Eddie Edwards. Of course, he's from Boston, so I got to support my Boston guys. And for some reason, I don't know why, I would love to see Sami Callihan and Kenny Omega just rip it up.
That would be good.
30 minutes and just let them go at it.
I mean, Sammy has some history with John Moxley, so that would make some sense. And I think Eddie Kingston too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that would make some sense. But he's kind of a heel, so I don't know if they can do a heel versus heel type of match.
Yeah.
I mean, they have done it in the past. I've seen them do it a few times in Impact TNA. So I mean, it can be done. So
yeah,
it's Impact. You never know what's going to happen.
That's true. And plus, we never know, somebody may come back.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see.
Joe.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh no, everybody will be buying that pay-per-view, please.
Oh yeah.
Everybody will be buying that pay-per-view.
I mean,
if it is Joe, they have to save that for Bound for Glory for their biggest pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Impact. That will make them money. That would make them bonkers money.
They did tease him for Bound for Glory.
Well, no, it was Slammiversary, I think it was.
Slammiversary. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but if Joe does come out and then he's the next challenger at Bound for Glory, that's Impact is back on the map.
Mm-hmm. They'll get my money at that point.
Oh no,
they'll get a lot of people's money for that match.
Yeah, exactly.
So we touched base a little bit on Blood and Guts. Let's talk about some of our other expectations. Let's talk about the big match. So it looks like it's definitely going to be a War Games type of match here.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about, taking turns, going in and out, blocking up the steel cage once everybody's in. Who do you guys think wins?
I'm going to go with Pinnacle.
I think Pinnacle needs it because they're just started as a group. They really do need it. And I heard on another podcast that they need the win so that way that MJF versus Jericho could be a one-on-one match.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that way, like, MJF could take Jericho's spot in a sense. I don't know. So
I can see that. And I believe, he was made to write Jericho off TV for us. I believe he's about to go on tour with Fozzy.
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be smart. I mean, just to do that, to kind of write him off, send him his way so that way he could do his tour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has established himself in AEW for 2.5 years now.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Pinnacle needs it more than Inner Circle. Inner Circle's over. Jericho's over. They don't, they need to do the job and get Pinnacle over. Not saying that Pinnacle is not over. I mean, MJF is amazing as a heel. You know, even though I think he still is a couple of years away from really locking in on his character and really just going forward from that point. But you know, Sean Spears, he hasn't been around that often lately. You know, the FTRs kind of waned off after they lost the belt. So I think Pinnacle needs it more than Inner Circle does.
I'll agree. And I think, you know, to build up that Jericho MJF feud, maybe we get MJF and Sammy first, which will be great.
Yeah.
No, I would say save that for after he sends Jericho away, because that at least will continue on the feud. Because I think Sammy and MJF are money, and they like building younger stars, and they're Pinnacle kind of stars. No pun intended, but you know, so
I think
it'll be smart for them to do that.
You can do Sammy and MJF, and then Sammy and Sean Spears as well, I think.
Yeah. Very easily. Very easily.
Yeah. No, there's so many matchups that you could do mixed around here, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, you know, it's very unique to just see something like this with these men, with these two different groups. So a lot of feuds could come out of that. So
yeah.
And I'm all about an FTR and Santana and Ortiz feud going on.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. I just love that. I just love that call out as well. Don't bring this new, you know, Santana Ortiz. Bring the old ones.
I mean, because they can't say LAX because Conan owns that. So
yeah.
So,
they don't know that Forbidden Door might open.
That's true.
I don't know. Diamante has LAX on her wrestling tights.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know.
I think it's more her gimmick. I don't know. So
yeah,
we'll see. We shall see. Maybe we'll find out if maybe Conan returns. You know, maybe he gets a deal with AEW. I don't know. We shall see.
All right, so we ended Chop Shop's show on good news. So I'll make sure to end this one on, you know, semi-good news as well. He's on Dark. I don't think he's fully signed. He's still considered an indie star. Fuego Del Sol has announced the birth of his third child. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, congrats.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how his wife feels about all that homoeroticism that he does, on BETE and Sammy's vlog. I just saw the recent one. He got spanked by Dustin.
Hey, you know what? Pays the bills.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. My friend was telling me, he's you need to see the latest vlog. It's very gay. I was just okay. I saw it. I was just yeah, you know. They're just being silly straight guys. So it was just it's nothing really.
Oh. If he has enough kids, he can have his own little Lucha version of the Partridge Family or something.
There you go.
Travel around on a bus, territory to territory, wrestling their way into people's hearts.
Exactly.
We're on to something.
Yep.
Well, congratulations to him, though, him and his wife having their third child. Do they know if it's a boy or a girl? Or not yet?
Probably not yet. I mean, they just announced this, but probably about only 3 months alone.
Oh, okay. Well, they're still a long ways.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Elite Talk Show. Don't forget to check us out on bucklebombentertainment.com. Look for us on all your podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitter at BuckleBombENT. And also, it's finally out, our merch shop. So check us out at Shop Bucklebomb. We have some of our merch flying off the shelves already.
Yes, please go ahead and buy some stuff. Subscribe, comment.
Get a hoodie. My kid's in college.
Help us get some more superstars on.
Exactly. Yes. More superstars, please.
Yes.
Orlando, where can they find you?
You can find me at Twitter at Orly1985_BBE. I decided to change my Twitter handle for Fuego Del Sol Entertainment. So go ahead and give me a follow, please.
And JFB, where can they find you?
Well, you can't find me on Facebook because I'm in Facebook jail, but you can find me on Twitter at Jimmy James First AD and or at Bird of Prey. That's my other one.
You can also find him on Effin' Wrestling.
Yeah.
Our group we work with a lot. True positive communities work with each other.
Support everything, please. Support wrestling. Support us. Support them. Yes.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.